You need to be grateful for where you are. Be okay with where you are. Be accepting about where you are. And then you can ask yourself, what do I have to give or share to my potential soulmate clients that I already have? You're listening to the From Imposter to Empowered podcast. I'm your host, Jill Perrick, a business and mindset coach who specializes in imposter syndrome. If you feel like you're not as smart, capable, or worthy as you actually are, and that someone is going to find you out, then you've come to the right place. I went from being a struggling government worker, working my coaching business on the side, but feeling unworthy and burnt out, to making multiple six figures helping women overcome imposter syndrome so they too can sign clients, make bank, and have the business or career of their dreams. I am nothing special. I have a stuttering disability, ADHD, and I struggle with anxiety and depression. So if I can learn how to feel good enough and overcome my inner imposter, then so can you. Let's dig in. Oh my goodness, I am recording and you are listening to the last official episode of 2022. I cannot believe it, guys. 2022 was a ride, an emotional roller coaster, if you will. If you can hear in the background, that is Dustin streaming on Twitch. But yeah, so 2022 was a fucking year, and I will actually be recording a Jill's Journal episode for y'all that will come out tomorrow. I'm saying tomorrow as if it is the day that you're listening to it. And it's going to be all about 2022, and I have some stories for you. You won't want to miss it. And as you're listening to this, I'm chilling at home with Dustin, Hugo, and Chester, still on my 2-week break from Instagram and all social media, really. So I hope that you are enjoying your holidays as well, no matter how you celebrate. And if you're wondering how you're going to hit your goals, change your mindset around yourself and your business, how you're going to sign clients in 2023, I strongly encourage you to book a sales call with me for private coaching. My private coaching clients are overcoming the imposter syndrome and self-doubt that used to hold them back, and they are doubling their confidence and doubling their clients, growing their businesses. I was coaching a client the other day who was having resistance to showing up and selling, and lo and behold, it was imposter syndrome. It always fucking is. She wasn't feeling super confident about her coaching abilities lately, and it was because she wasn't paying attention to her client wins. She wasn't reminding herself of what they've accomplished and what she's accomplished, and was basically indulging her inner imposter. And in one session, we cleaned that shit up, and she was back to selling, showing up confidently, and said her coaching sessions got even better after we had that one call. And that's because your imposter syndrome is a liar. You are already good enough to help someone and to sign clients. This work we do in private coaching helps you see that, helps you feel that, so you can show up confidently and consistently, sign clients, and grow your business. And if you book your sales call for private coaching in January 2023, I will honor my 2022 rate of $8,000 for 6 months. There are payment plans available, or you can pay in full and save $222. After that, my rates will be increasing. And the sales call is a no pressure call to just talk and see if my coaching will help you reach your goals. If it's a good fit, you will make the payment you selected, and we'll start with a 2-hour intensive where we deep dive into your business and your mindset, and then we meet every week for 6 months. You get access to me in Voxer, a voice messaging platform for spot coaching between calls, and you get lifetime access to my entire product suite, which is literally worth thousands and thousands of dollars itself. So bitch, what the actual fuck are you waiting for? Book a sales call for January 2023 at the link in my show notes. I can't wait to meet you, love you, and blow your business up. So let's get to the chase, shall we? Why isn't your marketing working, and why do you feel like a fraud? That's the title of today's episode, and I personally think a great topic to end the year with, because everyone needs a little kick in the ass at the end of the year. Am I right? So I was coaching a client recently, and something that we came across was that she was trying desperately to keep up with the Joneses when it came to her results. So sidebar, I was listening to the Drama Queens OTH podcast. If you don't know what OTH is, it's One Tree Hill, and you should know because Jill is a super fan. And Hillary Burton, who was Peyton in the show, was talking about how that phrase, keeping up with the Joneses, actually originated from a wealthy family in Wilmington, North Carolina, where they filmed One Tree Hill. And I don't know if this is true, but if it is, I thought that was so cool. So anyways, what keeping up with the Joneses means to me is when your content is more self-interest based than client based. And this is why your marketing might suck and it's not hitting the mark, and why you feel like a fraud, because you might be unconsciously marketing to what you need to hear instead of what your clients need to hear. So for example, in 2021, my marketing took this turn, and in reviewing my income, it was obvious where I was missing the mark. I myself was growing to multiple six figures in 2021, but my clients still needed help with signing clients and getting to a place of confidence and consistency with their social media. But because I was scaling and growing, that's what my brain was preoccupied with, and therefore I was speaking to myself instead of the people that my business was based around. This blew my client's mind when I was coaching her on it recently, because she was doing the same thing. And the reason why it was causing imposter syndrome was because she felt insecure about her own results or lack thereof, because that's what she was trying to sell. Of course, you're going to feel like a fraud if you're, let's say, a coach who specializes in emotional eating and you yourself are still struggling with it. Of course, you're going to feel like a fraud if you're promising consistent clients to your clients, but you've never actually done that before. When you struggle with imposter syndrome and you're selling a program promise, it's really important to promise below your means, which is a concept I developed around promising a result that you can absolutely get behind. And then as your results grow, you can start to lean into your impossible result, another one of my concepts, where you set the intention to help your clients create an amazing result because you feel more capable and confident about helping them achieve it. You don't even realize how many people are 2, 3, 4 steps behind you right now and looking at you in awe. You aren't paying any mind to the obstacles you've overcome or the things you've achieved that are so fucking valuable to your soulmate client. For real. Instead, you're caught up in your own insufficiency, and it is zapping your creativity and causing you to have no inspiration, or like you don't want to show up because you are quite literally keeping up with the Joneses with your content. Except you are the Joneses, and you are also the neighbor to the Joneses. It's all about you and how you feel not good enough, and then you create content that is directly speaking to you and what you need to hear. But are you really thinking about your soulmate client? Are you really thinking about what they need to know and do and hear? Probably not, right? And this is why healing the root cause will always look like overcoming your imposter syndrome. Because if you don't, everything that comes from you will have an imposter syndrome stain on it. Like, think about if you threw in a red wash rag with a load of white laundry. Your clothes might come out clean, but they are going to have remnants of that red wash rag all over them. Instead of just removing the wash rag in the first place, which would be overcoming all the thoughts and beliefs that your imposter syndrome is causing you to have. You need to be grateful for where you are, be okay with where you are, be accepting about where you are, and then you can ask yourself, what do I have to give or share to my potential soulmate clients that I already have, that I've already done, that I've already accomplished? Instead of, what do I need to hear? Think about what they need to hear. You don't have a business if you don't have clients, and you cannot hire yourself, unfortunately, because I would definitely fucking hire myself in a heartbeat. Honestly, once my client started cleaning this up in her marketing, she was getting so much more engagement, and her posts were really nailing down what her people needed to hear. You don't need to keep up with yourself when it comes to your results. What you've done is more than enough. What you've accomplished is more than enough. How can it be enough to help someone? How can you redirect the focus from what you need to what they need? This is done through sufficiency, aka feeling good about where you are and not letting your mind drama or imposter syndrome cloud your creativity or your marketing. And this is why my clients come to work with me, to help clear their brain of the imposter syndrome and the self-doubt so they can create amazing content, show up confidently and consistently on social media to sell their services, and sign clients knowing and believing that they can help them. So if this sounds like everything you need and more, if you want my eyes on your business for 6 months and you want my support so you can sign clients and grow your business, I want you to book a sales call for January at the link in my show notes. If you book your sales call in January 2023, I will honor my 2022 rate of $8,000 for 6 months of private coaching. I love you guys so much. Happy holidays and happy new year, y'all. Thank you for being here and listening in with me every single week. At this point, we have surpassed 20,000 podcast downloads, which is unreal. Again, thank you so much for being here, and book a sales call if you would like to work with me in 2023 before I'm completely booked out for the next 6 months. I love you so much, and I'll see you next year. Have a safe and happy new year. Thanks for listening to the From Imposter to Empowered podcast. Head to the show notes to find out how you can take this work deeper with me in one-to-one coaching or in the From Imposter to Empowered group program. In the show notes, you'll also find a free 3-day challenge to start the process of overcoming your inner imposter. And once you're done with all of that, screenshot this episode and share it on Instagram, tagging me at your coach Jill so we can connect. See you next time.